Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May we find our way back home. Good morning. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We are warming up right now. That was again Ilana Arians' Kemi Hiratzon to open up a little bit. We are so grateful to be here this morning. So let's start with Moda Ani on page 288 of Mishkan Tefillah. And for those who were watching last night, at the end, just so you know, both the cinnamon and the everything challah tasted excellent with the maple chevra. And there is still a little bit of each loaf left. I was wrong about Philip finishing all of the everything in one night. Important updates. I don't have my Shirenu open. So let's just start. Moda'ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam shehechezarta b'nishmati b'chemla Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Now, if you are a talit wearer, you might want to put yours on at this time. The blessing is on page 289. We will be doing a Torah reading in a little bit. This week's parsha is my bat mitzvah parsha, so stay tuned. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chitatef b'tzitzit. We continue warming up our souls and bodies with a meditation this morning. This was written by, let me find it. This was written by one of my teachers, Rabbi Jill Hammer, for Parashat Bamidbar, this week's Torah portion. But I also thought it just worked well as an opening meditation to get us into the prayerful spirit instead of some of our usual opening psalms and such. Okay, so just to give some context, the part of the parsha gives, along with counting the tribes, it tells us where they will be camped around the Mishkan and what their special role in the camp will be. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Visualize a sacred space. There are 12 encampments, one for each of the 12 tribes. You begin to travel around the sacred space and enter each of the encampments. Go to the encampment of Yehuda. Remember a moment when a gift of speech has mattered to you. Although I do invite you to stay present in the meditation and keep your eyes closed, if you find that it's difficult to stay concentrated, you might also continue to engage with the meditation by putting what comes to you in the chat. So a moment when the gift of speech has mattered to you. Next, you go to the encampment of Yisachar and remember a moment when the gift of thought has mattered to you. Go to the encampment of Zevulun and remember a moment when the gift journey has mattered to you. Go to the encampment of Reuven. Remember a moment when the gift of sight has mattered to you. Go to the encampment of Shimon. Remember a moment when the gift of hearing has mattered to you. Go to the encampment of Gad. Remember a moment when the gift of intimacy has mattered to you. Go to the encampment of Menashe. Remember a moment when the gift of smell has mattered to you. That one might take on special resonance right now, as apparently one of the lingering effects for those who do recover from COVID-19 is a loss of smell and taste. Next, you wander over to the encampment of Benjamin. Remember a moment when the gift of sleep has mattered to you. That is my greatest gift. You move on to the encampment of Dan. Remember a moment when the gift of anger has served you. Go to the encampment of Asher. Remember a moment when the gift of taste has mattered to you. Go to the encampment of Naphtali. Remember a moment when the gift of laughter has mattered to you. We offer gratitude for all these moments and sensations and gifts. And now, wander into the sacred space in the middle. Choose one faculty, one of those gifts from the 12 tribes. Choose one that you need most or value most dearly at this moment. Commit to use this special gift in a special way today. Breathe in, breathe out. You may open your eyes. And we are ready to praise God. Page 312. Exalted and hallowed be God's great name in the world in which God created according to plan. May God's majesty be revealed in the days of our lifetime and the life of all Israel, speedily, imminently, to which we say, Amen. Blessed be God's great name to all eternity. Praised, blessed, honored, exalted, extolled, glorified, adored, lauded be the name of the great, holy, blessed one. Beyond all earthly words and songs of praise and comfort, to which we say, Amen. We don't quite have a minion watching right now, which I feel ironic about holding to that, given some of the conversation that we've been having this week and may continue when we get to the Torah service about this week's Parsha and counting people. But nonetheless, this is a time-honored tradition that even as Reformed Jews, we hold to the great value of needing community to say some of these sacred words. And so we will call ourselves to worship instead with Elohai Neshama, that every breath is a praise to God. Elohai Neshama Shanatata Bi Tehorahi. 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 I just realized I never plugged in my computer, so I'm going to do that now before the battery gets too low. And we will continue our service on page 215. God of all creation, you are blessed with each soul's breath. Your greatness and goodness fill the world. Knowledge and understanding surround your joy, your glory. Holiest are you among the holy, seated in glorious splendor, radiating purity and justice, bestowing loving kindness. In knowledge and understanding, you created the heavenly lights, giving them strength and power to bring light into the world. Full of splendor, they radiate brightness. The world is warmed by their flames. We rejoice in their comings and goings, reflecting the will of their Creator. Glory and honor they give to you, glowing praises to your rule. You call the sun, and it gives forth light. You set the patterns of the moon. You are honored throughout the heavens with songs of glory and praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer Hamaorot. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity. We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets The psalmists and sages of Israel, and joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life we would turn to you and find purpose. May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our mind and the passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael ba'ahava. On pages 318 and 319 of the Mishkan Tefillah, we find these holy words of Torah, the Shema and the Hafta. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשבתך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ומישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehezar b'kodesh, nora tehi lo tosef eleh, nora tehi lo tosef eleh. Shira chadasha shivchu ge'ulim, v'shimcha al sfatayam. יחד כולם הודו והמלכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופתחי ממך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. For our Amidah, we will do another sort of meditation. So at the beginning meditation, there was an invitation to hold in your heart the gift that you value most or need most today. So I want you to think back to that, and I will just briefly say again the tribes and the musar, the midot, the traits, the gifts. So if you are feeling a need to fortify your power of speech, then today Yehuda is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of thought, then today Yisachar is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of journey, then today Zevulun is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of sight, then Reuven is your ancestor today. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of hearing, today Shimon is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of action, then today Gad is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of intimacy, then today Ephraim is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of smell, then today Menashe is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of sleep, then today Benjamin is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of anger, then today Dan is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of taste, then today Asher is your ancestor. If you are feeling a need to fortify your gift of laughter, then today Naphtali is your ancestor. May the source of all being who blessed our ancestors before us bless us too. May the one who gives strength to all give strength to those in the areas where they need it most, that we may be fortified as a great nation, holy and strong. We have now made it just in time for the Kedusha to a minyan. So if you would like to rise and turn to page 326, you may do so now. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, keshem shemarti shimo b'shnei marom, kakatuv al yad nevi'echa, v'kara zel zeh v'amar, kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzebaot, melech kol haaretz. Kevodo, Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir, Shimcha bechol haaretz. Baruch Kevod Adonai, Minkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashvienu. Berachamav le'nei kochai, Ani Adonai Elohecha, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohayech Tzion, L'dor v'dor, Hallelujah. L'dor v'dor nagid b'vlecha, Netzach netzachim kedushacha na'atish, v'shivchacha Eloheinu, mipinu lo yamush le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. If you rose, you may be seated, and we will continue on page 329. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomre, 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 Shabbat v'kore, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomre, 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 Shabbat v'kore, oneg Shabbat. Mekareshe, Mekareshe Shvi Shabbat. כולם יסעו ויתענגו מצורך השבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקירשתו שבת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת, זכר למעשה בראשית שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. Our God and God of our fathers, on this, the precipice of a new month, we please be mindful of us, of all your people Israel, for good, for love, for compassion, for life and peace. Remember us for well-being, visit us with blessing, and help us to a fuller life. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. As I read the words on pages 232 to 233, please put in the chat the things that you are grateful for this morning as well. I am grateful for coffee. Modim anachnu lach. For the expanding grandeur of creation, beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim anachnu lach. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim anachnu lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim anachnu lach. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim anachnu lach. For hot packs and eSIM devices. Modim anachnu lach. For the wildlife that refuses to be driven from our backyards. Modim anachnu lach. For hope and positivity. Modim anachnu lach. For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim anachnu lach. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to grow and change, to affirm and choose. Modim anachnu lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. For all these things and more, we praise and thank you, Adonai, our God. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uveracha. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova, uveracha. Baruch atah Adonai hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We take a moment now for silent prayer. If you have the Mishkan Tefillah, you might use the words on pages 336 to 337, or simply the meditations of your own heart. Yehiyu l'ratzon imrefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, our rock and redeemer. We are still not quite at 10 viewers on both platforms, so I'm going to just put that aside because clearly I'm not playing this morning. So we don't take our Torah out, but I came across a reform responsa recently, as we've been going through many in our adult ed class, that it is still proper to chant Torah from a chumash under the framework of Torah study. So rather than the blessings on page 368, we say the blessing for Torah study, la'asok b'divrei Torah, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Amen. Vayedaber Adonai al Moshe במדבר סיני באוהל מועד באחד לחודש השני בשנה השנית לצאתם מארץ מצרים לאמור שאו את ראש כל עדת בני ישראל למשפחותם לבית אבותם במספר שמות כל זכר וגולגולותם מבין 20 שנה ומעלה כל יוצא צבא בישראל תפקוד אותם לצבאותם אתה ואהרון ואיתכם יהיו איש איש למטה איש ראש לבית אבותיו הוא ואלה שמות האנשים אשר יעמדו איתכם לראובן אליצור בן שדאור לשמעון שלומיאל בן צורי שדי ליהודה נחשון בן עמינדב ליששכר נתנאל בן סעור לזבולון אליאב בן חלון לבני יוסף לאפרים אלישמע ben Amihud, Limanashe Gamliel ben Peduhatsur, Lavin Yamin Avidan ben Gideoni, Ledan Achiatzer ben Amisadai, Le'asher Pagiel ben Avran, Lagad El Yasef ben Deuel, Ve'Naftali Achira ben Enan, Ela Keru'ei Ha'edah Nisu'ei Matot Avotam Roshei Elefei Yisrael Heim, Vayikach Moshe ve'Aharon et ha'anashim ha'ele asher nikvu b'shemot ve'el ha'edah hilu be'echad lechodesh hasheni ve'hityaldu al mishpechotam ve'vet avotam b'mispar shemot miben 20 shana ve'mala legulotam ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe vayivkdem b'midbar Sinai. I would love to see a report written by a cantor or someone who's really better versed in cantillations than I am about why most of the tribes get the Zakef Gadol da 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 da, and then just a few get like more normative trope on their names. I feel like there's some kind of demotion thing happening there, but I don't know enough about how the cantillations were written and decided in the 9th century to really know. But as I was singing that like I felt like it was unfair to the ones that had more boring trope. And of course, I remember that perfectly from when I was 12, that this was my bat mitzvah portion, and I've remembered it consistently all along for 20 years. And there we go. We turn our thoughts now, at this point in our Torah service, to those who are ill or injured and in need of healing. If you have names you would like to add to the list, please share them while I read those that have already been submitted to me. Mary Kennedy, Rosalind Cantu, Sharon Buell, Mike Haug, Lori Perry, Nick Joliot, Bernard Strassner, Fran Warona, Ariel Batsluva, Gail O'Neill, Rhoda Wessler, Marion Finkel, Skip, Kathy, and Jeffrey Brace, Rhonda Butler, Ricky Grant, Shoshana Bat Abraham, Minna Dornfeld, John Manners, Michael Kumakawa, Neil Savage, Joey Jones, Juliette Arigi, Sharon Kolb, Leslie White, Shirley Kronig, Burke Asher, and Rick Grossman, and Karen Mandel, and Cindy Merrill. The Misha Berach is in the middle of page 371 of the Mishkan Tefillah. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu Mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Our Haftarah, so when the traditional practice, when Parshat Bamidbar, or I guess I think any Shabbat, when Rosh Chodesh is on a Saturday night to Sunday, the Haftarah becomes this reading from Samuel, right where Saul is starting to go crazy, and all of his children help David escape. But the Reform website still says that the Haftarah for today is the more usual Haftarah for Bamidbar, which again, this one was my Haftarah for my Bat Mitzvah, so this is the one I wanted to read. It's from Hosea, chapter 2, and it has one of my favorite lines of all the prophets. It's often read in weddings. Although there is also some less favorite lines in this Haftarah as well. The blessings for the Haftarah are on page 372. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzav divreihem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah ובמשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ובנביאי האמת והצדק. והיה מספר בני ישראל ככל הים אשר לא ימד ולא יספר. והיה במקום אשר יאמר להם לא עמי אתם יאמר להם בני החי. ונקבצו בני יהודה ובני ישראל יחדיו ושמו להם ראש אחד ועלו מן הארץ כי גדול יום יזרעאל. אמרי לאחיכם עמי ולאחותיכם רוחמה. ריבו בעמכם ריבו כי הוא לא אשתי ואנוכי לא אישה ותסר זנוניה מפניה ונעפופיה מבין שדיה. פן אפשיתנה ערומה והצגתיה כיום הוילדה ושמתיה כמדבר כשתיה כארציה והמיתיה בצמא ואת בניה לא ארחם כי בני זנונים המה. כי זנתה עמם הובישה הורתם כי אמרה אלך אחרי מאהבי נותני לחמי וממה שמרי ופשתי שמני בשיקויי. Oh, I just made it small. לכן. Now I can't read it. I don't know how to make it bigger again. לכן, הנני סח את דרכן בסירים וגדרתי. There you go. et gedera untivoteha lo timsa v'ridfa et me'ahaveha velo tasigotam uvikshatam velo timsa ve'amra elcha va'ashuva el ishi harishon ki tov li az me'ata vehi lo yada ki anochi v'natati la hadagan v'hatirosh v'hasihar v'chesef hirbeti la v'zahav asu לבעל. לכן אשוב ולקחתי דגני בעיתו ותירושי במועדו והצלתי צמרי ופשתי וכסות את ערבו אגלה את נבלותה לעיני מאהביה ראש לא יצילנה מידי. So a lot of that so far was about Israel's harlotry and tearing her clothes off and I'm making these faces. And here we come to the beautiful line though, when God will take Israel back despite her going astray. Ve'erastich li le'olam, ve'erastich li b'tzedek, uv'mishpat, uv'chesed, uv'rachamim, ve'erastich li be'emunah, ve'yada'at et Adonai. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you to me in righteousness and in judgment and in grace and in mercy. I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you shall know God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam kol haolamim tzor kol haolamim tzadik bechol hadorot ha'el haneman haomer ve'oseh hamdaber u'mkayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nevi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu lekdusha v'limnucha v'chavod u'tifaret. Al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach u'mbarachim otach yitbarach shimcha b'fi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat. Amen. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you missed it last night, we are going to count our Omer again right now. Same day. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with commandments and commanded us to count the Omer. Hayom arba'a v'arba'im yom. Shehem shisha shavuot u'shnei yamim la'omer. Today is 44 days, which is 6 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. The Kabbalistic realm of this Shabbat is strength and majesty. Yael Rosenblum wrote the following kavanah for this day of the Omer for ritual well. We are all majestic beings here on this precious planet for but a brief moment. May we commit to remembering each other's holiness, living for love, and standing up for our sacred Mother Earth. We may all well be majestic beings, full of our own strength and holiness and called to look upon each other with love and divinity. But we know this is not always what comes through in systemic community relations. In this week's Torah portion, Parashat Bamidbar, a census is taken of the whole community of Israel, Kol Adat Yisrael. And yet, in actuality, only men of military age are counted. Women, children, the elderly, the disabled, the mixed multitudes, and probably many others I can't even think of right now are discounted. As we read this parsha, we must ask ourselves, who throughout history has been counted as full parts of our community, whether as Jews or Americans or merely as people? And what have we all lost as a community when some are left out? This past Sunday, an article was published in E-Jewish Philanthropy and then later reposted in the Forward about the percentage of American Jews who are Jews of color. The article, written by demographers Ira Sheskin and Arnold Deshevsky, disagreed with the other most recent survey on the matter, which cited that Jews of color make up half what the other survey claimed, 6% versus 12% of the American Jewish population. Now, I admit when I first heard the 12% statistic a few months ago, I was surprised that it was that high, but I certainly felt no need to prove it wrong. The survey that concluded in higher numbers of Jews of color was commissioned by the Jews of Color Field Building Initiative, which supporters of the Sheskin and Deshevsky results point out as though that makes it more likely to exaggerate its numbers for their own agenda. However, my inclination would be to assume that a Jews of Color Field Building Initiative has a better idea based on personal experience and deeper or more relevant research of what questions to be asking or how to expand who is answering these surveys in order to get more honest results of Jews of color. Tema Smith, a writer, Jewish educator, and Jew of color, pointed out in her rebuttal to the Sheskin and Deshevsky piece that often Jewish community studies are executed by creating lists of people with typically Jewish last names, random dialing through organizational databases, or random dialing in neighborhoods above a certain concentration of Jewish homes per the American census, or disseminating a call to respond through mainstream Jewish communal organizations, which are all areas, as she points out, in which Jews of color are woefully underrepresented. If surveyors like Sheskin and Deshevsky don't even know how to reach Jews of color to respond to their surveys, how can Jews of color be properly counted in their surveys? However, beyond the short-sightedness of the article and its claims, Sheskin and Deshevsky do land on a positive conclusion. Responsible planning by the American Jewish community demands recognition that not all Jews are of Eastern European or Ashkenazi origin, and future research on American Jews needs to be sensitive to discerning Jews of color. So although I would defer to Jews of color responding to this controversy that they, and thus the whole Jewish community, are better served when everyone is counted accurately, I also acknowledge the importance of each individual. Whether 6% or 12% or 1% or 70% of the American Jewish population are Jews of color, Jews with disabilities, intermarried Jews, queer Jews, patrilineal Jews, and so on, we know that all of these varieties of Jewish identities exist and they matter. This week's Torah portion conducts a census, though not a very complete one. In other areas of the Tanakh, the Israelites are forbidden from taking a census. We are to understand from this that although it may have been necessary to count their potential military force at the very beginning of the Israelite nationhood as they leave Egypt, ultimately the numbers don't matter because the community as a whole and each individual within it are holy unto themselves. This Shabbat, let's move beyond who counts and enter a reality of we are all here together. Let's honor each other's differences and work together to create more just systems for us all. May we see the holy majesty in each other and honor the divine strength of every Jewish person. Amen and Shabbat Shalom. We turn toward our concluding prayers. The Aleinu is on page 586. But we still don't have a minyan. So another just little devar then for Aleinu. The Aleinu means it is upon us. I mean, that's what the word Aleinu means. It is upon us. Traditionally, it was upon us. This prayer is about the chosenness of the Jewish people, and it was upon us to spread ethical monotheism. I don't think we feel that way so much anymore, but what we do feel the need as Jews it is upon us to spread ethical living. That we honor God, not necessarily by getting everybody to worship our God, but by honoring the divinity in each and every person, and recognizing that every person is created in the image of God. And when we all do that fully, consistently, then on that day, Adonai will be one and God's name will be one. V'ne'emar v'haya lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We turn our thoughts now to those among us who are no longer among us in body, but remain with us in spirit. As I read the names on our list, please share names in the chat for those who you have lost in the last year, or those for whom you are marking an anniversary of death this day. We are honoring the yahrzeit for Otilia Haug, Seymour Obenthal, Ida Geller, Joseph Liss, Dovin Nemerow, and we are still within the year of mourning for Sophie Levy, Donna Thatcher, Deborah Freelander, Abraham Finkel, Harold Herman, Nancy Hollowitz, Roland Laramie, Mindy Ferenz, Moishe Deutsch, Douglas Miguel Rodriguez, Bob Katz, Roger Haug, Paula Cooper, Ernie Weissman, Doris Oleski, Sandra Lenag, David Avery, Art Rich, Jason Brown, Louis Petrozello, Gary Lyons, Dorothy Wolf, and John DiNicola. Mourners, and Bernard Foyer. Mourners and those who wish to join them may rise. The Mourners Kaddish is on page 598. Sherry, thank you for letting me know that there are 2 people under your name. So now we also say Kaddish for Rose Weiss Goldstein. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agalau v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitmamam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudasha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. If you rose, you may be seated. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru Amen. Now is a good time to go grab your grape juice or challah, breakfast croissants, whatever you are going to make kiddush and motzi over. Well, I just read a few announcements or recite a few announcements. Please, if you haven't already, please do go check out our custom ink masks. I did not put the link this time in the live video, but it's been posted on our Facebook, on our website, on Instagram, on Twitter, on all of the things. Get yourself a CNS Punim shield. The fundraiser is about to end. You don't want to miss this. Next, tonight at 8 p.m., we will have Havdalah streaming on Facebook and Instagram. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., religious school. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., adult ed. Thursday, there is no noon Torah study. Instead, we are preparing for Shavuot. So at 7:30, join me on Zoom with your dairy meal that you're going to show off, or your vegan substitute if you don't do dairy, your favorite nut milk substitute. I myself have gotten really into oat milk. I am going to make a real cream cheese based thing for Shavuot, but that's what's my creamer today is oat milk. So join me. Oh, and bring a book that has been very meaningful in your life. You might want to prepare ahead of time. You will be invited. Nobody will be put on the spot, but you will be invited to share a 90-second summary of the whole book, 90 seconds or less. So if it's a long book or if it's got a lot of pieces to it, you might want to prepare that ahead of time because you will be cut off at 90 seconds. And then we will engage with some other sacred reading practices that are more spontaneous and you don't need to prepare for. But the summary thing can be hard, so think about that in advance. Next Friday, May 29th, is the confirmation service of Adriana Breeding. So services will be in a slightly different place. We will do our best to also then stream the video call service to Facebook, but technology is hard sometimes, so we'll keep your eye out for the link to join in on the service with Adriana and I on Zoom or some similar platform. The 30th, the following Saturday, the morning service will still continue Shabbat morning at 10 a.m., but at 8 p.m., there will not be a public stream Havdalah. Instead, the youth group is invited to our virtual shulin. So join me on Zoom, all teenagers, for Havdalah and Jackbox games. And then the following Sunday, May 31st, is our last meeting for religious school. There won't be regular class, but there will be awards and slideshow and games and saying goodbye for the summer. So 10 a.m. for religious school for that as well. So that's what's coming up. Okay, everybody, that was enough time. Everybody's got their stuff. We're going to say Kiddush. I've got my grape juice here. Then I'm going to go back to my iced coffee. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Ketchei Avon. never liked baking because it's too precise. I like cooking because you can just like throw more spices in or sub out vegetables you don't like for ones that you prefer. It's a lot easier to play with. But I have to say, I'm really getting into this whole having to make my own challah every week thing. Sorry, I don't want to start singing until I'm fully swallowed. The super spreading concern with public singing and the virus also goes for not wanting to spit crumbs out onto my screen. All right. For our closing song, we're going to revisit this Can You Hear That song from Alana Arian that I learned about a year ago at the consultation on Conscious, the biannual Religious Action Center conference. And I loved it then too, but this week it's just really resonating with me. And so I hope that it reaches you someplace deep as well. May I be saved. May I be free. May I find space to just be. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May I find my way back home. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May I find my way back home. Next, we think about someone who has been good to us, someone who has treated us well in our lives in this quarantine, someone who has fortified us, someone who has taught us the ways of life, and we offer them this blessing. May you be saved. May you be free. May you find space to just be. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May you find your way back home. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May you find your way back home. And next, we also think of someone who is difficult for us, someone who really gets on our nerves, someone we don't communicate well with, someone who has not been good to us in this quarantine or in our lives. But they're still human, and we offer them the same blessing. May you be saved. May you be free. May you find space to just be away from me. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May you find your way back home. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May you find your way back home. And lastly, we hold in our thoughts all those that are good in our community, all that is good in our community, the love and support and strength that we give each other. And this blessing is for the community as a whole. May we be days to just be. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear our song? Can you hear our song? May we find our way back home. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope you have a lovely, restful day, and I will see you tonight for Havdalah. Bye.